So tell us, for those of us that are newer viewers, a little bit about your character and what he does.
Oh, well, I play Sheriff Fred Langston. He is the brother of Henry Langston and the father of Maggie Langston and the uncle of Jacob Langston. We're the Langstons. And he, he has gone through a lot of stuff in the last, I guess the show's been almost a month long, although, in terms of time. And his wife returns, and he has to deal with that. Before he lost her, they had their baby, and when she came back, he found out from his brother that she was having an affair with someone else. And when she returns, she goes to him. So he's a character who's in a lot of pain. And when he lost his wife, he turned to alcohol, and functioning alcoholic, somebody who just sort of drank instead of dealing with his pain. In those days, that's what people did. They didn't really go to therapy. Small towns, they just kind of went inside themselves. And so this event has kind of opened up doors inside of him that he never thought he'd have to deal with. And so that's his journey. And he's also, he's the sheriff of the town, so he has to be responsible for not only himself and his family, but the town itself. And I don't know what else I can say.
And what have you found is the most challenging part about playing this character?
That's the most challenging part. I guess, you want to always create a character that's complex and interesting. And given the emotional roller coaster that he's on, it's been interesting to try to track it properly. I guess that's the most challenging thing for me. Not only does his wife come back, but then his mother comes back, and he never had a good relationship with his mother, and his mother's doing things that are screwing him around, and then his wife kind of wants him back, and so there's all these things that you have to juggle as an actor to try to make sure that you're hitting all your notes without just kind of sliding by. So it's sort of the complexity of him, I think, is the most challenging part and the most interesting.
Great. And without giving too much away, what else can we expect from your character this season? It seems like there's a lot more going on.
Yeah, well, he's in an interesting place now because he's given up drinking, and I guess this is going to be past that. So he's reunited with his wife for an evening, but then in the morning realizes that it can't be what it used to be, which is kind of an amazing thing, really. I'm 58, she's 26. In real life, that would be great for me. But he's gonna, because he's sober now, he's sort of dealing with stuff in a different way. It's, usually if there was pain in his life, he would just go to the bottle and try to forget about it. So he's, I don't know the best way to say it, he's sort of becoming more enlightened as a person, and then something terrible is going to happen to him, and he's going to have to make a choice, I think. And I don't know, because we haven't seen the scripts, he might turn to drink again. I hope not, but he might.
Now, it's this kind of storyline with him giving up drinking. Did you speak to anyone that's been in this situation, like go to AA meetings or anything like that in order to prepare for the role?
Well, no, I'm an alcoholic, so I know exactly what that's about. Just I've had a lot of friends who have been alcoholics, actually, and so I've asked them sort of specific questions about what happens in the first couple of weeks to you, and somebody said to me, and it's kind of interesting, and I've tried to do it, because writers can't write everything that somebody's going to go through, so you have to try to find ways in scenes. Can you show something that happens? So the first couple of days, they get the shakes, and then as it progresses, there's a scene I did the other day. I was at Elaine Richards' house, and I'm making her some tea, and I go to her cupboard, and I ask the prop people to put booze above the tea so that I could just see it. And because someone said to me, an alcoholic said to me, you see it everywhere. It's like that thing. It's like when you break up with your boyfriend, for
Yeah.
instance, and then suddenly you're on a subway. Everybody that you see looks like him. Or,
Yes!
you know what I mean? Or you hear the song in a store that you guys listen to, or it's kind of like that.
Right.
So it seems like everywhere you go, there's booze. So I've been doing that, just little things like that.
It's an interesting way to prepare. And who are some people you want to see guest star on the show, if you can have anyone at all on the show?
Well, I go to my friends, right? I mean, my best friend and godfather of my children is Kim Coates. He plays Tig on Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
I would love to have him on the show. But, you know, when I heard that Michelle Fairley was doing the show, I was just thrilled because I respect her so much. She's such a fantastic actress. And, you know, you just want people that are going to raise the bar. It's like anything. You know, you want people to come in that when you're on set and doing a scene with them, they raise the bar and you feel great.
That's wonderful. And you obviously have had an incredible career, and you have little Landon, who's absolutely adorable, who's just starting out. What advice would you give for him as his career starts to take off?
Well, you know, he and I don't have a lot of scenes together, to be honest with you. I don't really work with him at all. I hardly ever see him. So, I don't know, you know, it's hard. I wasn't a child actor, so I don't really know what he's going through. I tend to sort of not give advice unless someone asks me. So there's that.
Yeah, your first one was Meatballs, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly. I was 22 though.
Yeah, you were playing a teenager at the time.
Yeah, I was 22 when I started.
Nice. And what's a fun fact about your that your fans would be surprised to learn about you? Like maybe a favorite movie or a hidden talent that they would be surprised to learn about you?
I don't know. Well, in 1996, Golf Digest did an article on the 100 top golfers in Hollywood, celebrities, and I was number 3.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. I'm a golfer.
Very good.
Yeah. And I won the Pasadena City Amateur in 1997.
Ooh.
What's your handicap right now?
It's not very good because I have a herniated disc in my 6th and 7th, so I haven't played in about a year.
Oh, that must be
So,
frustrating.
yeah, I'm a single digit, but I just haven't played in a long time.
Will you be able to get it so you can actually play again?
I hope so. You know, I've had like 3 epidurals, epidural steroid shots, and it's taking care of it, sort of. It's still there, but slightly. I mean, I'm like pain from 1 to 10. I'm a 1, so I was a 10.